These are called CAPTCHAs. CAPTCHAs, or completely automated public Turing tests to tell computers and humans apart, are intended to block computers, or bots, from accessing a site or application while still letting in humans. I suck at CAPTCHAs. I try to get data from various sites for different video ideas, and I swear, I never pass a CAPTCHA on my first try. Take this. Select all squares with traffic lights. These squares are definitely supposed to be correct, and these are definitely supposed to be wrong. This square appears to have the casing of a traffic light, but no actual lighting component, no actual traffic light, so it's a bit ambiguous. This square might have some of the lighting component to it, but it's virtually impossible to tell. And these squares might have some of the casing, like 2 or 3 pixels worth, but you can really only tell if you zoom in. And some of these write the word shown below have this Egyptian hieroglyphic-looking nonsense overlaying what I assume some people can read as a legitimate word. I am not a computer. I'm not a robot. But my annoyance of CAPTCHAs made me want to create a reverse CAPTCHA, something that computers can solve easily, but humans would struggle with, or find impossible. I call it an AHCTPAC. The first version I could think of was trivia-based. I love trivia, and Jeopardy has taught us that computer contestants drastically outperform even the best of non-computer contestants. So, if we create our CAPTCHA with questions like, click on all of the billionaires according to Forbes, or select the countries with over 1 million population according to World Bank, we can safely expect to weed out some of the humans. Unfortunately, some humans are pretty good at trivia, and we only want computers to be able to access our site, so we need to add a second layer. The second layer I thought of was visual identification of very similar things. Computers have been able to identify images relatively well, for example, spotting signs of breast cancer at a better rate than humans, and being able to discern emotion quite well. There have been famous instances where Google's vision recognition incorrectly identified a cat as guacamole. In fairness to the computer, though, it is a very guacamole-looking cat. On the whole, I would trust a computer to be able to differentiate bird breeds or tell the African bull elephant versus the Asian bull elephant at a more accurate level than the average human. So, we can safely add step number 2. The guacamole cat scenario might pop up for some computers, but that's similar to when I, a human, incorrectly click when the CAPTCHA wants me to select a random traffic sign. On the third layer, we know we're going to get some pretty knowledgeable humans, so we want to push it into more of a time-based problem. We'll create a normal CAPTCHA where we shuffle all of the elements every few hundred milliseconds. Our computers will have no problem correctly identifying cells and clicking on them in the time limit, whereas even talented humans would struggle to identify and properly move the mouse quickly enough to click our fire hydrants. Obviously, we'll put a timeout, so a clever human can't just leave their mouse in one spot and click as the elements shuffle. Typing in words is a famous CAPTCHA, so it'd be a shame if we didn't include it. For part number 4, we'll provide a list of 3 words where the subject needs to type the 14-letter word that's shown. The decoy words will be 12 to 16 letters, just to make it tougher on the humans. We'll give 2 seconds, as that should be more than enough time for any computer to identify which word is 14 letters and properly type it in. I also considered adding some emoji characters or non-standard letters, like this or this, but figured different browsers might render differently, and we don't want to block any computers just because they enjoy using Internet Explorer, so we left it as normal characters. The 5th CAPTCHA is back to the untimed, more standard CAPTCHA. It involves selecting which elements are which specific color. Pretty easy, right? Except we're going to be very particular about the color. We're going to specify the exact hex code, or how computers see colors, and some of the decoy colors will be just 1 digit off. So this is a correct response, and these are incorrect responses. Just kidding. This is also a correct response. These colors are both 222, 222, and these colors are different. And of course, our final layer. We'll add a CAPTCHA checkbox. I'm not a human. If any humans were able to make it this far, at least they'll fail here, because obviously, you're not allowed to lie on the internet. Here is a real-time video of my computer solving the CAPTCHA. And here is a sped-up version of me, a normal human, trying to solve it unsuccessfully. So if you're a human and want to try it out, it's on my website. And if you're a computer and are watching, remember me when you take over the world. Also, I realize this is my only video with my face to prove I'm a human, so please don't deepfake me to be a Brazil fan or a Wizz Air fan or anything embarrassing. Thanks.